Well, as I say, the breaking news of the night is that Donald Trump's illegal tariffs are gone, thanks to a ruling of the United States Court of International Trade. Futures trading is now soaring tonight in the expectation of an explosively positive reaction by the stock market tomorrow, when the world will reset itself around the restoration of law and order in international trade and the crushing of the Trump tariffs and resultant personal worldwide humiliation of Donald Trump. The Trump tariffs were always illegal and unconstitutional, and you heard that on this program every time we covered Donald Trump's comments about tariffs, including very much during the presidential campaign, when the campaign press corps never, ever reported to voters that the Trump proposed tariffs during the campaign were completely illegal and unconstitutional. The campaign press corps never reported to voters that those proposals were constitutionally insane, and the person pronouncing those proposals at those Trump rallies was constitutionally out of his mind just based on what he was saying about tariffs alone. The campaign press corps completely failed the American voter on this issue, with American voters just discovering tonight from the International Court of Trade just how illegal and unconstitutional the Trump tariffs always have been. Tonight, it's over. The Trump tariff madness ends now. The court said Donald Trump's attempt to use our international trade balance of payments with countries around the world as a reason for a president to impose tariffs was illegal and unconstitutional. Donald Trump has lost in court many times before, most notably in the 34 guilty verdicts returned against him by a jury of his peers in a criminal case in Manhattan last year. And the judgment against Donald Trump by the Court of International Trade will now take its place among those legal cases in which Donald Trump has lost, and lost decisively on every single point that Donald Trump raised in the court. There is not a single word that was said by Donald Trump's lawyers justifying his tariffs that was accepted by a single judge on the Court of International Trade, including the Trump-appointed judge who joined this unanimous opinion. And so tomorrow, when Donald Trump stands before a microphone and lies to the American people about his tariffs, it will be another worldwide humiliation day for Donald Trump. The humiliation was already building today when in the White House, CNBC's Megan Cassella asked Donald Trump about the new phrase that was going around Wall Street about him: Trump always chickens out. Donald Trump claimed he never heard that before.
Mr. President, Wall Street analysts have coined a new term called the taco trade. They're saying Trump always chickens out on your tariff threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
I kick out?
Chicken out.
Oh, isn't that nice? Chicken out. I've never heard that.
I suppose it could be technically true that he's never heard it, because no one in the White House would dare have said it to him out loud yesterday. But we do know that Donald Trump has been hate-watching this show for 15 years and has been publicly predicting this program's imminent cancellation for 14 years now. And last night, Trump always chickens out was right there on the screen for 16 minutes with the acronym that everyone on Wall Street is using, TACO. Trump always chickens out. Now, it's possible that Donald Trump had me muted when he checked which of his many stupidities of the day I was talking about last night. So maybe he didn't actually hear the words, but he couldn't miss them on that TV screen before he jumped back over to wallow in the praise of sycophants on some other network, or cheer on a paid lying supporter arguing against sanity on yet another network. As I reported last night, the term taco, Trump always chickens out, first emerged in the normally conservative Financial Times. And now the world can always rely on Trump chickening out, because after the stock market crashes he has caused, and he has continuously delayed implementing his threatened tariffs and illegally, utterly insane tariffs, Donald Trump was going to chicken out, but now there won't be any more chickening out by Donald Trump because there are no more tariffs. He described the chickening out process today in response to CNBC's excellent question, claiming chickening out. Donald Trump claimed that the chickening out now was actually his version of the art of the deal.
It's called negotiation. You set a number. And if you go down, if I set a number at a ridiculous high number and I go down a little bit, a little bit, they want me to hold that number, 145% tariff. Even I said, man, that really got up.
So there's the worst negotiator in the world earlier today calling his own tariff number ridiculous. The Court of International Trade agrees that it was ridiculous. Ridiculous is an accurate description of his own tariff numbers, which is why no one believed it would happen and why Donald Trump chickened out of that ridiculous number and cut down that ridiculous number. And of course, Donald Trump wrapped up his ridiculous defense of his ridiculous tariffs that he himself now has called ridiculous in his own defense by attacking Megan Cassella for asking him about what everyone on Wall Street was saying about him today. Trump always chickens out.
Don't ever say what you said. That's a nasty question. Go ahead. To me, that's the nastiest question.
The nastiest and most cowardly president in history sounded deeply wounded today, somewhere deep in his chicken heart, by what felt through his very thin skin like the nastiest question. And so, no. The tariff madman in the White House will not be imposing 25% tariffs on iPhones, as he was suggesting the other day. And no, Donald Trump will not be dramatically increasing the price of Barbies this Christmas, even though he wanted to. Because once again, and surely not for the last time, the rule of law by judges loyal to the Constitution has crushed the constitutional criminality and madness of Donald Trump.